of launching this Arctic Cool the other day with Lou, and I'm like, Lou, you made me sick. I'm on like all these meds right now because I've got this bad freezing cold because I think I was frozen to death with this little puppy. Yeah, that's the way it goes, but let me tell you what, it works. So what is it? It is your portable air cooler. It is by Arctic Air and a great price. First of all, from $69.99, $49.99, you're going to see how it has these dual cooling jets. It puts out this amazing kind of like a multi-directional mist for everyone, and we're going to show you how simple and easy it is to use, that you can put it anywhere. So maybe, right, you're working in the garage, you're out grilling, you're sitting, maybe you're at one of the sporting events with one of your kids, maybe your puppy, you want to cool down the puppy, whatever the case may be. It works with HydroChill technology, and today we have it in several different colors. We have a green, a purple, an aqua, a blue. Oh, we don't? Well, come on in, Lou. Lou's over there going, no,
I'm going like, no, Bobby, no, no, no.
All right, film me.
Okay, you're freezing.
I know I'm freezing. Look at my nose.
I apologize. I can't help it that these work too well. Excuse me.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
Okay, so the confusion with the colors is this. Each and every one of these.
Oh, they're color changing.
Yes, they're color changing. They have night lights built into them. Well, they're color changing, or you can select the color. You can press the buttons and cycle through the colors, or you can put it in color changing mode and it will just continuously go through all of them. Or you can turn the night light off. If you're really having it on your bedside table, you don't have to. So what is it? Okay, this is a cooler. It's not an air conditioner. It's not a fan. It's somewhere in between the two. It doesn't use any refrigerants. There's no Freon in this. There's nothing like that. But it does cool the air. Now, how does it do that? Back in the day, a long time ago, they used to have these things they called swamp coolers. Okay, a swamp cooler was like a chest of ice that you would blow water across.
Right.
Yeah, and that would chill the air. This works on a similar principle. And actually, you know, what they did back then, although it sounds primitive, it wasn't that primitive. It was actually using what's known as thermal dynamics to cool the air down using the water to do it. Now, these things are rechargeable. You can run them off a USB plug if you want to. We give you the cord with them as well. But what it has is a high power fan with 3 speeds inside of it, and it cools that air down. It has 2 cooling jets in the front there. There's 2 little black dots that you see in the front right there, and mist actually comes out of those. You can use the fins on this to direct that, and you're gonna see a good drop in temperature from these. It just kind of depends on what the ambient air is coming in. So for instance, I've got one sitting here next to me now. And by the way, these are all running off of battery power, okay? They're all rechargeable.
Right.
You don't have to put batteries in them.
No cords.
They're rechargeable, okay? So this guy right here, if you look at this, we've got 2 thermometers on here, okay? And you can see that this one says it's 68.5 degrees. This one says it's 63. Now, you're looking at this going like, well, Lou, that doesn't seem like a big difference. Well, the ambient air in this temperature is 68.5 degrees. We keep it darn cold in these studios. I think everybody here agrees.
It's supposed to be 70.
It's really freezing in here. Yeah, it's supposed to be 70, allegedly. But here, coming out, you'll see it's dropped 5 degrees. Now, if we were outside and it was 80, 85, 90 degrees, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then you'd see a much larger difference, up to 20 degrees difference, depending on what the ambient air is coming in. So it's definitely gonna cool that air down. Now, where could you use this? Take it to the park, take it to the beach, take it to the kids' ball games, you know, inside your house, outside your house, when you sit in the backyard. My wife, Kelly, she has one on her bedside table because she and I are running at 2 different temperatures these days. She's superheated and I'm always just sort of cold. So instead of us fighting over the air conditioning, you can use it for that. You can do zone heating with these, which is the practice whereby you take the air conditioner with you from room to room. So you just carry this.
And you're saving on your electric bill.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to save money and you're not going to have that fighting, well, who's cold, who's hot. That's not going to happen. You could also take this to your office. I've got one sitting on my desk in my office. If you work in a cubicle and your boss is a little chintzy with the AC, you can take care of that. Now, the other thing I want to show everybody is the top of this unit. We may actually have to get Brett over here for this because I want to show you the look down on this because all the controls are on the top. A couple other things to cover though. You fill this with water, okay? The water goes in here on the front. There's a little door. It actually has instructions right there. So you fill this with water. Inside of this, there's actually a filter. You put this filter underwater. You wet this, you put it in the freezer, and then you put it back in here. Here's another pro tip. You can add ice to this. That's where all the water collects when you fill this up. So this just slides right in here once I get in the right spot. You close that lid, and now it's in there, and all the cold air, all the air coming from the back is going through it. It's coming out. Now, controls on the top. This button right here controls the 3-speed fan. Right now it's on high speed. We've got 3 lights. If I press it, every time I press this, it's going to go down 1 speed on the fan until it turns off. Okay, press it again, it comes on full. This is the turbo button. That is giving it an extra boost of power every time you press that. This is the cooling button, okay, and this determines just how chilly it's going to be. So right now I've got it on full chill. I can press it 1 time, that brings it down a little bit. Press it again, and that's going to actually tell it, don't chill it, just use the fan. So now it's just blowing the air there. It's not giving the extra boost. You can have both with this. Then that's the control for the lights. And remember what I said about the lights. I can do any one of the colors, all the 7 colors that this does, or I can have it go through and do everything. And right there, you're getting a really nice view of what the colors look like. And see how it just cycles through? But remember what I said earlier. You can turn that off if you want to, and have it dark, but have it still working. And that's what Kelly does on her bedside table, because she doesn't want to wake me up because I'm such
It's a great night light, though.
Well, yes, and you can hear a little bit of sound from the fan on these, because it is a powerful fan. It's a turbine that's inside of this. But the thing about that fan that's in this is that it's almost like white noise when you're like trying to sleep.
That's what I know. I love that.
I mean, I like it. I have to have a fan going. I have to have that noise.
I do too. And by the way, over half the quantity gone. And we just launched this the other day.
We did.
So it's been incredibly popular at 843-875, and only about 4 more minutes remaining for everyone. So what are we looking at, Lou?
So I've got a thermal camera mounted to my phone right here, okay? And you could see the colors. Now, blue and purple and all those colors represents cold. Everything else represents hot. So anything that's yellow, orange, or red is warm. You can see right there that all the bottom parts where all the cooling is happening on this are all blue. Wow. Much colder than the background. So you're really getting a nice little dip in the ambient temperature when this works. And you know what's interesting about these is the way that they work. As you're watching the animation here, it's the science behind these. I mentioned it before that they work on the law of thermodynamics, right? Really what that means is it's so simple, it's silly. When the air blows across the water, it's imparting energy to the water. And anything something takes in energy, it's got to give off something, right? So what the water gives off is mist. Some of the water goes from liquid to vapor form, and it goes up into the air, and that's what's blowing out. That's what's cooling it down. So it's like the simplest thing in the world, but it works so incredibly well.
This so appeals to the geek in you, doesn't it?
It really does. The fact, you know what? To me, it's like a miracle. I was like, oh my God, it works. And you know what's funny? A lot of people out there have stuff like this.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Do you have one of these?
Well, no, I was at an amusement park, and you saw people all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and it's great if you're doing that. But if I'm going to put this, because they always come with little stands. People put them on their desk, their bedside tables, and stuff like that. This is just taking hot air and blowing out hot air.
Right. So there's nothing cooling about it at all.
This takes in hot air, blows out cool air.
Yes.
And you can feel it. I mean, if you put your hand in front of this like I'm putting mine,
I'm not doing it.
No, you're not going to do it because you're already cold, but you can 100% feel that cold air. And I can aim that air. If I want it to go up, I turn the fins up. If I want it to go down, I turn the fins down. These two things right here, those are the two cooling jets that are built into this. And you can see the mist coming off of those right there. You know what's interesting too? I thought like, mist is bad. I don't want mist when I'm hot.
Well, no, because first of all, you don't want your hair, right, all the moisture.
These use evaporative cooling, and the same sensation that you feel when you get a little wet and then it dries off, that's evaporative cooling as well. So the evaporative cooling that this does is the same thing that your body does. It feels absolutely amazing when you feel it. And the other thing too is our air conditioning systems in our house, even if it's running, maybe you're still warm, it's taking all the humidity out of the air.
Right, which
not
isn't good.
Great. No, you want to have your humidity higher than 50% in your house.
Exactly.
This is going to give you a little bit back.
And we have only a minute remaining.
That's it?
Super popular. I'm not sure how many we even have left, but I said well over half the quantity of these spoken for. We just launched it recently at 843-875. We have only about 1,400 left for the whole country. And the fact, you just grab a little
portable,
handle,
rechargeable.
take it right along with you. And I love that you can add more ice to the bottom if you want it even cooler.
One thing I forgot to mention, the tank of water on this, if you have it on high cooling, it'll last you 2.5 hours. If you have it on low cooling, like when you're asleep, 8 hours.
That's
off one tank of water.
That's great.
So think about that. And yes, you can run this off the USB cord plugged into a charger, your lamp, or whatever thing has USB charging in it.
Nice. At 843-875. Do not miss it. And by the way, we have another item of yours coming up a little later on in the hour, and we're going to tell you about that also.
Another portable.
And it's actually already a customer pick too.
Already a customer pick. Where's kept secret HSN?
Yep, so we're gonna show that to you in a second. But first of all, if you don't have the HSN card, grab the HSN card. We give you $10 and you can put it towards absolutely anything. Find out more by going to the web. But let's show you that Kiki Mini Air Purifier that's coming up with